Hey everyone, so today I'm going to explain function expressions in JavaScript. A function expression is a way to define functions as a value or a variable, not to be confused with function declarations, where you define a block of reusable code that performs a specific task. We're already familiar with function declarations, such as this. Function, then you create a function name, such as hello in this example. Let's console.log the word hello. With the function expression, we can assign a function to a variable or pass it as a value to another function. So this time, we're going to write a function expression. I will create a constant named hello equals a function, parentheses, curly braces. We'll do the same thing. We will console.log hello. And if I were to run this, the identifier hello has already been declared, so for now I'm just going to remove this function declaration. All we're doing is assigning a function to a variable. To use the function that's stored within, we have to take our variable name and add a set of parentheses to invoke it, kind of like it's a pair of telephones talking to each other. Hello. Using JavaScript, we also have the capability of passing a function as a value. I will introduce the setTimeout function. There's going to be two parameters, a callback to a function, and an amount of time we're going to wait, then execute this function. This will be in milliseconds. 3000 milliseconds translates to 3 seconds. Let me put this function back. After 3000 milliseconds, I will execute the hello function. 1, 2, 3, hello. Instead of using a function declaration, we are going to pass a function expression as an argument to the setTimeout function. Instead of a callback, we will create a function. We will pass an entire function as an argument. What are we going to do? We will, after 3 seconds, console.log the word hello. And let's see if this works, just to prove that I'm not a liar. 1, 2, 3, hello. In JavaScript, it is legal to pass an entire function as an argument or treat it as a value. We'll use previous examples of the map, filter, and reduce methods of arrays. I will create an array const numbers equals the numbers 1 through 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would like to square each of these numbers. What we've done in a previous lesson is declare a function square. We had one parameter in that example. We had an element. What we did is we returned math.pow to raise a base to a given power. We're raising our element to the power of 2. The map method will return a new array. Const squares equals numbers.map. We're passing in a callback to square. Then console.log squares. This works. We are using a function declaration. But this time, we will now use a function expression. We will treat this function as a value. Let's cut this function, replace the callback, then paste it within the map method. Then we just need to remove the name. We don't need a name. And this is still going to work. Yeah, it still does. We don't necessarily need to think of a function name. One of the benefits of doing this is that we're not polluting the global namespace with function names. We're only going to be using this function once. There's no need to declare a function. Let's create a function expression to cube these numbers now. As a beginner, it might be helpful to write out your functions as a declaration first, then transform it into a function expression. Function cube. We have our element as a parameter. I'm going to copy this. Return math.pow element to the power of 3. We will create a new array. Const cubes equals numbers.map. We don't need to pass in a callback. We will cut this entire function, paste it within the map method. Then we don't need the name. Then console.log cubes. There are all the original numbers cubed. All right, I think we're starting to get the hang of this. Let's quickly use the filter method to filter out any even or odd numbers. I will create const even nums equals take our array numbers. We will use the filter method. Then we will pass a function expression as an argument. There's one parameter, an element. We are going to return element modulus 2 to see if it's divisible by 0. Is the result strictly equal to 0? Let's see if this works. Console.log even nums. There they are. We have 2, 4, 6. Let's do this with odd numbers. Odd nums, use the filter method again. All we're going to change is strictly not equal to 0. Return any odd numbers. 1, 3, 5. Then lastly, reduce. We will sum all of the elements of this array. Const total equals our numbers dot reduce. Pass in a function expression. We have two parameters, an accumulator and an element. We will return accumulator plus our element. Return the total, which is 21. We already do have some practice with map, filter, and reduce. Instead of using function declarations, then passing a callback, we can pass an entire function expression as an argument to these methods. In the next topic, I'll discuss arrow functions, which shortens the syntax even further. You'll like arrow functions. Alright everybody, so those are function expressions. They're a way to define functions as a value or a variable. We've both defined a function expression as a variable. We stored that within this hello variable. We've also passed entire functions as an argument, which you can do with JavaScript. There's a few benefits of function expressions, one of which is you don't need to keep on thinking of function names. You can perform a function once, then just forget about it. They're also used in callbacks and asynchronous operations, higher order functions, closures, and event listeners. These are topics we still need to discuss, but we will be using function expressions a lot. Don't worry, we will have more practice. And well, everybody, those are function expressions in JavaScript.